Hello and welcome to Channel 7. Today we will be speaking about the events around the world, especially Europe's bombing, as well as a lot of people has been harmed.
And ISIS are beginning to take over. Today we will be showing footage of the people affected in Syria, France and Brussels.
Explosions rocked Brussels airport and the city's metro system. The attack began with two blasts at the airport around 8 am. It was nearly 8 am we saw a mist very dense with a ultra kind of smoke. There was a gunshot after I heard a man speaking Arabic. Then I heard a loud boom, an enormous explosion. There was glass everywhere, and everywhere there was total confusion. There was an upset woman falling down and crying. One civilian quoted, "It was truly hell." An hour on, smoke was seen rising from a near metro near the EU HQ. It emerged there had also been an explosion on the metro. Belgium has raised its terror alert to the highest level. The coordinated attacks follow the arrest of Salah Abdeslam. Abdeslam is a major suspect in the November Paris attack. EU leaders say the blast struck at the whole of Europe.
Directing Airport Brussels was hit by two explosions shortly before 8 am local time. Belgium's federal prosecutor says explosions were suicide attacks. ISIS has since claimed both the airport and the metro attacks. The airport was evacuated and people were warned to stay away from the area. Videos from immediately after the airport blast reveals the carnage. World leaders have spoken out to the terrorist attacks in Brussels. French Prime Minister Manuel Valls has said that Europe is at war. German Interior Minister Thomas de Maizière has said that it was an attack against the EU's freedom.
In a Parisian accent, a French jihadi delivers a message to his compatriots. The undated ISIS propaganda video was circulated on its social media account today in a wake of the Paris attacks, as growing evidence suggests the perpetrators had links with the Syrian conflict. President al-Ahid has explicitly blamed ISIS for what he describes as an act of war organised from outside France, but the networks behind the attackers may be far more complicated. Earlier this afternoon, armed officers raided this building, which is a short walk from the Battle Plan concert hall. 7 of the 8 terrorists have now been identified. One was a French extremist known to the authorities. The other, a stadium suicide bomber, may have been as young as 15. How did they plan their attacks without alerting the security services? One theory is that they travelled outside the country. It's reported 2 attackers may have left their version of a calling card, an Egyptian passport, found on one body, and near the other, a Syrian passport which a Greek minister said was used to pass through the Greek island of Leros in October.
We travelled into Jalula with the Kurdish forces. Coming against us, people fleeing the war.
The government forces are now in control of this part of the town, but it's all very tentative. In this kind of urban, street-by-street fighting, things can change at any minute. They're just waiting for a vehicle to go past us. They watch every vehicle coming through carefully because they know that they could be used to smuggle explosives. They could have suicide bombers on board. ISIS are still here and biding their time.
On this ridge, the troops watch the roadway to the south. They're determined to stop any ISIS advance into their territory.
If they want to do any attacks towards Khanaqin and these areas, they have to use this road.
A car approaches. There are nervous moments. But it's just a husband and wife. And then another family fleeing towards safety.
Thank you for tuning into Channel 4. I hope that this has educated you and informed you about what's going on around the world.
The world leaders are setting up nuclear bombs to try and stop the crisis from ISIS, and hopefully they protect them.